The Truman Show is often remembered as a story about escape, about one man breaking free from a constructed reality and his choice to do so. But if you look closer, the film isn't only about Truman's journey from the unreal to the real. It is about us, the viewers, and the cages that we build for ourselves and enter willingly. Truman begins as the eternal child. He's naive, he's trusting, and he's unable to see that he's imprisoned. He's the lost boy. He's stranded in Neverland, surrounded by pirates, disguised as friends, coworkers, even family, and everyone around him wears a mask, presenting roles designed to keep him compliant.
Why don't you let me fix you some of this new mococo drink? All natural cocoa beans from the upper slopes of Mountain Nicaragua, no artificial sweeteners.
What the hell are you talking about?
His best friend Marlon, for instance, is scripted to reassure him, it's not real, nothing's fake. But the mask cracks, and Marlon can't look Truman in the eye.
Point is, I would gladly step in front of traffic for you, Truman.
And we as the audience see the studio literally feeding him lines through an earpiece. There's nothing authentic in Truman's life. And the turning point comes when Truman starts to be reflective of his own world. He starts to notice the seams in the world, the stage lights falling from the sky, the radio channel accidentally broadcasting instructions for the actors around him. The way the same car, the same bicyclist, and the same pedestrian loop by his house every morning like clockwork. These are moments when Truman moves from child to hero of his own story, not because he knows how to escape, but because he trusts his instinct, that he knows that there's something wrong and he is going to pursue the truth of his own experience and what he authentically would like to do to go out into the world.
The people on the elevator, there was no backing on it. I looked out, there was people there, and on the radio, on the way to work, start following me along, talking about everything that I'm doing.
He is the sub-persona of the entitled in this arc, who everyone wants to coddle and keep safe and small, but Truman wants to expand and be big, and he does. The fact that they design trauma into Truman's life to keep him small is a commonly used tactic. Traumatize the public so much that they move from fight to flight to freeze. Coddle and consumerism and entertainment so that you can get everything you need and you never question the authority that is keeping you captive. And so here's the critical part. The Truman Show doesn't just tell Truman's story, it tells ours. It is not a mistake that the people watching Truman's life are inside the film. The two old women clutching their Truman Show pillows are a representation of consumerism. The man in the bathroom who cheers and cries is a representation of someone who's afraid to be alone and quiet. The waitresses at the diner that are glued to the broadcast are a representation of wanting to give up your sovereignty in order to be able to be with the in crowd. They are all characters just as much as Truman is, and they represent us, and that is not just a storytelling mechanism. Their obsessions and attachments show how consumerism works, imprisoning us with entertainment. Those old women aren't just extras, they are symbols of a hunger for distraction and of the way that we buy into curated realities to soothe ourselves. That is where the archetype of the hungry shapeshifter comes in. It's from the transforming your inner villain system, because if Truman exists as the eternal child trying to wake up, we, the viewers, are the shapeshifter. The shapeshifter is ravenous for the next storyline, the next twist, the next mask to keep our attention. And we create our own Truman Show every day. Scrolling feeds, trading authenticity for performance, packaging our attention for consumption by corporations, and feeding an algorithm that is going to create a Truman-like facade on all of us. We curate the echo chambers of our reality and we don't question what we're fed. Truman is the only light in a world of curated darkness and fakery. He acts as a spotlight that everyone wants to be close to, but no one wants to have it shined on them for fear that they will be revealed. And that is why the film hits so deeply for me. Because unlike Truman, there is no dome for us to break through, no hidden staircase leading to an exit door that's marked exit. Our reality is not staged by a single mastermind. It is shaped by the collective hunger of billions and our willingness to play along. So the story of The Truman Show isn't just about a single man's escape. It's about the audience, about us. And Truman shows us a way out of comfort, curated living, and phony platitudes, fulfillment of empty milestones. And he shows us that he would rather choose uncertainty. Truman's bow at the end is less a victory over his captors and more a challenge, a mirror that is held up to every person who kept watching and chose to say, well, what else is on?
In case I don't see ya, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Yeah.
The question isn't just, would you walk out that door? It is, why are you still watching the show? What are you doing with your attention? Are you willing to walk out the door, to put the phone down, to not just scroll to what is next? Because our human attention is truly the greatest superpower that we have. And you and I are just choosing to give it away. Our attention and where we place it has built the world that we know and is now being siphoned off to the cleverest bidder. So will you choose action over entertainment? Will you choose the unknown and uncertainty over the creature comforts of life? A little bit fired up this time. This is Movies from Beyond. I'm Kristina Wiltsee. Please interact, put a comment in there if you got this far to help our small channel.